A Fire Bob Chapek petition has been circling the interwebs. We're going to talk about it right now. Welcome aboard to another episode of Orange Grove 55. So in this video, we're going to talk about that Fire Bob Chapek petition. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this, and a lot of my fans will probably not be too happy with what I have to say. Okay, and that's okay. We're a big family here. We can disagree and still love each other, I think, right? Right? Okay, so what are my thoughts on this Fire Bob Chapek petition? Well, number one, I do want to say that I think it's always important for everyone's voice to be heard. So for you to be seen. Okay. So if you sign the petition because you feel passionately about this, and that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. But in my opinion, in my history, I've I just feel like petitions don't really do much. I think that people that have signed this petition really need to curb their expectations as to what they can expect to come out of this petition. As of today, October 29th, the petition has garnered 50,000 signatures. That's a lot of signatures. It's a lot. But here's the thing. I've seen petitions with 1.5 million signatures that have gone nowhere. 9 times out of 10, these petitions don't do much. They don't really bring forth much change. Okay. The real tool or real means for change for a company like Disney is to vote with your wallet. I've said it. My collaborator and dear friend Dre Vash Sky has said it multiple times. It's the money, the money, the money. That's what's going to affect the change. If you don't like Genie Plus, then don't buy into Genie Plus. If you don't like the movies that Disney is producing, then don't buy movie tickets to go see these movies. Don't give Disney your money if you're not happy. That's the biggest and best way to affect change. Now, the petition isn't going to do anything. It's going to garner a lot of signatures with nothing to show for it. I'm almost certain of that because that's how petitions usually end up. Okay. And again, I'm not discrediting if you believe in this and you signed it, that's fantastic. It's always good to have your voice heard. Just keep your expectations measured in regards to what you expect from this petition, because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to result in the removal of Bob Chapek as CEO. It will not. Okay. Now, from what I understand, and this is just a rumor, and I want to really emphasize that this is just a rumor, but from what I understand, some former Imagineers have started this petition. And I would imagine if it's former Imagineers that a lot of their frustration is with this Lake Nona, Florida move. I mean, look, Disney has given Imagineers an ultimatum. You either uproot your entire life and move to Lake Nona, Florida, or you can quit your dream job, basically. Okay, that's pretty much the situation that we're dealing with here for these Imagineers. And my heart goes out to each and every one of them. This is a terrible, terrible situation to have to be put into. But here's the problem. Blaming Chapek for this is like blaming your headache for your cancer. It's completely ass backwards. Okay. The issue here isn't Disney moving to Lake Nona. 1 million companies have moved out of California. This is not a new thing. In fact, ex-governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, he campaigned on keeping Hollywood jobs in California. This was like in 2005, you guys. The shipping of jobs out of California has been going on for a very, very long time, decades. Okay, this is a big problem. This is not a Chapek thing. This is a California thing. Now, here's the thing. California seems to have this mindset that if a company like Disney wants tax breaks or incentives or what have you, they're not going to budge. They're not going to budge, and that'll show Disney. Yeah, take that, Disney. Well, you're not really hurting Disney because Disney has 49 other states they can choose from to do business with. In this case, they chose Florida. In some other situations, these companies choose Texas or other states. You're not hurting the big multinational corporation. You're hurting the people that work at those businesses. You're hurting California. You're hurting the communities that benefit from those jobs. That's who you're hurting. So I think the Lake Nona move falls more on the state of California and the city of Glendale. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I do. I think that's where a lot of this anger should be kind of directed at. I think that the petitions and all the activism or what have you should be directed more at, keep making an environment, a business environment in California that keeps these jobs here in California. Look, I love California. I was born, raised. I currently live in California. I love this state. Okay. And I criticize this state because I love it so much. When you have a spouse, a relative, a good friend, right? Sometimes the best thing you can do for them is to give them advice that might not necessarily, it might not be the best thing that they want to hear, but it definitely is what they need to hear, right? Sometimes just feeding someone what they want to hear isn't what's best for them, is what I'm saying. So just saying California is doing everything right, it's all the other states and all these companies that are to blame, isn't really helping California. As Californians, we need to do better. Okay, Glendale and the city of Glendale and the state of California should have done a better job at keeping these Imagineer jobs in Glendale. They should have worked with Disney to provide tax breaks and incentives to keep those jobs here. Jobs that have been here for 60 plus years that are now being shipped to Florida because California won't budge. Because take that, Disney. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. You didn't teach Disney a damn thing. All you're doing is hurting the people of California, and you're hurting Imagineers, and it's horrible. You're hurting the community. Okay? California needs to learn that in order to keep these jobs here, you have to work with these corporations to some degree. The city of Anaheim has been going through the same drama for decades with Disneyland. Okay, for decades, they've been doing the same drama. Keeping jobs out of California, stifling growth of the Disneyland Resort. Now they're just finally learning, because after the lockdowns, that Disneyland might actually be important to the city of Anaheim. Such an epiphany. And I think maybe now we might get some movement here with Disneyland Forward and things like that. Who knows? We'll see. But that's the problem, you guys. The issue is the anti-business environment. Why are companies like Disney moving out of California? Blaming Chapek is again, you're blaming the symptom. You're not blaming the root cause. So that's all I'm trying to say here. And I say this out of love because I love California and I want California to do better and have the best economy in the world and to just grow and thrive. But we can't do that if these companies are unwilling to do business here and they keep shipping their jobs out of state. There is no excuse for that Lake Nona move. Glendale should have campaigned and lobbied hard to keep Disney Imagineering here in California, and they didn't. That's a huge failure on the state of California and the city of Glendale, in my humble opinion. And that's where the anger should be at. That's where people should be like, wow, why didn't my city push to keep those jobs here? Instead of blaming the symptom, which is Chapek and Josh D'Amaro. So anyway, I don't want to get too ranty here, but that's where I stand on this. To close out in short, if you sign the petition, that's fantastic. It's always good to be heard and always good to be seen. But I do think overall, the broader issue is, why are companies moving out of California? I think that's the issue that we should be addressing here. And that's the issue that we should, as Californians who want to see California thrive, should be addressing. That we want a better California. We want to do better. So that's what we should be looking into. So that's my opinion. What do you guys think? I would love to hear from you. Comment down below. And as always, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.